The Southern California Thoroughbred Racing Circuit is back at Los Alamitos Racecourse with 9 great days of racing starting on Friday, June 20th. The opening weekend will feature the $100,000 Bertrando Stakes. Plus, the summer meet will include the running of the Los Alamitos Derby on Saturday, June 28th. We'll also have a holiday racing program on Friday, 4th of July. And our on-track handicapping contest will be on Saturday, June 28th. Daytime racing returns to Los Alamitos. Opening day is Friday, June 20th.
And welcome everyone to the Los Alamitos preview show. It's the first of our 3 weeks of doubleheader action here at Los Alamitos. We do open up with daytime racing on Friday, followed by day and night racing here at Los Alamitos Saturday and Sunday. I want to welcome the panel here, Michael, Wrona, and Christopher Way, to talk about everything happening here at Los Alamitos. George Duarte will be back next week, but he did give us a selection for the Saturday card, so stay tuned for that. Michael, how are you doing? Ready for what should be a very, very busy rest of the next 3 weeks, but also a lot of fun, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we're recording on a Thursday afternoon, so looking very much forward to opening day of the Thoroughbred meet tomorrow.
And Chris, coming off of a tremendous weekend of racing here at Los Al with the running of the Abigail Kawananakoa. What a great finish there for Butter Homes and Garden, getting the upset, leading to a carryover, a double carryover on Sunday. And what a great program we had on Sunday night. We'll talk a little bit more about some of those stars that shined on Sunday. But what a pool for the Pick Six, right, Chris?
It was a monster pull, and you had some prices along the way, and had a record payout. That was absolutely incredible on Sunday. Great way to close out the week, and someone had a great night, and it was a great race closing it out there, and the Ed Burke.
Yeah, does the Pick Six pool carrying over into Sunday have anything to do with George's absence from the show today? just wondering.
Right, I would love to tell you that it did, because I had a little piece of that ticket. But I'm here as well, Michael.
Well, no, I'm just I'm getting at the fact that he was absolutely adamant on the show last week that there was no chance that the Pick Six would carry over into Sunday. And when it did, I don't know if either of you heard when I was announcing the payouts at the end of the after the final race on Saturday night, but I actually said, and the Pick Six will carry over again, George.
Yeah, very nice, very good. Yeah, and if it was Ed Burke and George would have hit it, he would have said good night, George. After at the end of all his wrapping up the program. But no. Fortunately, we did not hit it. Fortunately for someone out there, they did, with a record all-time payout here at Los Alamitos. Over $243,000 was the payout. The total pool after the 2-day carryover, over $370,000. So definitely a lot on the line last Sunday, and what a night it was. And it was absolutely a big-time night as well for the connections of the winner of the Ed Burke Million Futurity. It was from post number 1, Just I'm Worth It, for the connections of E.G. High Desert Farm, trainer Jesus Nunez, and young rider Ricardo Ramirez on quarter horses. He won the Governor's Cup Futurity last year with favorite Just Hawk, and now wins the $1 million Ed Burke Million with a full brother to favorite Just Hawk. That was Just I'm Worth It from post number 1. Here's the race. We'll go ahead and play it, just relive this tremendous race. What a great feel of 2-year-olds we had. And then, Michael, you tell me what it was like to watch this race from your top perch up there. What a big-time performance from the rail. Here, I'll go ahead and hit play, and we can watch this race one more time and then talk a little bit about it.
Racing Cheat Sheet, Bobbled, Shiny New begins brilliantly with Viper and French Valley accelerated as well off the pace. It's French Valley out wide going to the lead while drifting in slightly. Viper and on the inside Jess I'm Worth It storming through, and Jess I'm Worth It has beaten French Valley. Third, Shiny New I would say, just in front of the flashing Dudar Cartel.
What a great call, Michael. What a great race.
Yes, it was a good race. I was just a little bit. I don't want to use the word disappointed, but from the trials night, there were so many professional performances that by comparison, this final seemed like amateur hour. I don't know if they had stage fright, but they were stumbling and veering and lugging, and there are a lot of horses doing a lot of things wrong. And this winner thoroughly deserved the victory, was well ahead on the gallop out, and full marks to him to be able to recover from breaking inwards from gate one. But it's not often that you can get away with a mistake like that and still win $1 million race. And it's not often that you can break outwards and then spend the rest of the race lugging inwards like French Valley did and still finish second in a grade one race. The only horse who really did everything right was Shiny New, which makes it all the more surprising that the favourite wasn't fast enough on the night. Just didn't run up to that tremendously quick, fastest trial win. So I just don't quite know what to make of the race, to tell you the truth. There was a lot of horses doing a lot of things wrong. The only thing I'm certain about, and I held this opinion even before the race on last Sunday night, is that Dudar Cartel is going to be a major force in the second half of the year, getting up to 400 yards. That's very apparent, and Terry and Debbie Thompson must have been thrilled with the way their horse hit the line, picking up the fourth place check.
Yeah, you can see where the horses break out from that drone show. They kind of fan out, and then French Valley kind of makes everybody kind of fan in, tight, get a little bit tighter there as they win. But you got to give credit to French Valley from the fact that how quick she is out of the gate, able to take that advantage, take the lead. Now in the trials, she did that in the trials, did get caught in the trials by Accelerated, and then does it in the $1 million final where she was on the lead till about the midway point, a little bit after the midway point before just Amortha starts putting it all together. Ricardo Ramirez said that she did get bumped a little bit out of the gate, kind of, I think she kind of drifted in just a bit. But once that second half of the race went into effect, it was all his. He said he was super confident in the second half of the race that he had that race won. Accelerated, I thought, was my disappointment. I picked them on top. I was worried that maybe the trials took a lot out of him, but we can see right there he breaks in, bumps, and then it's always chasing from that point on. And you can see right there how far French Valley is ahead of the rest until she starts going in, and that leaves it open for just Amortha to win the race. So congratulations to the Connections. Hey, they get the victory on a big night of racing. They get the year started off right for E.G. High Desert Farm.
And it was the third victory in the race for E.G. High Desert Farms, and this young sire of theirs, Amir Felix, continues to rise in prominence.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And Amir Felix, he didn't have a stellar racing career, but he showed a lot of potential when he was racing, and now back-to-back years with a futurity winner. And the previous two Ed Burke winners for E.G. High Desert, Hawkish and also Walk Through Cristal, both AQHA champions. So just Amortha off to a nice start to trying to make it 3-for-3 for this barn. So we'll just kind of take one last glimpse here at the winner circle presentation, because it was a fun one. It was a big one. Look at the Ed Burke family was there, all the connections with of E.G. High Desert, the jockey, the trainer, all the family and friends, and everybody that wants to be part of this very special moment as well. There's a nice overhead shot of the crowd. A good crowd here on Sunday night to watch this outstanding race. Justin Duarte wasn't the only star that shined on this night. London Toby, what a performance during the daylight. We talked about what a heck of a race. Race 2 was going to be, and it surely was, wasn't it, Mike?
Yes, and but despite the quality, the stakes quality of that allowance field, London Toby was so dominant. He's a good racehorse. He's very, very good. Fantastic performance again, setting him up for some serious Grade 1 stakes in the coming months.
Yeah. Well, let's take a quick look at the daytime action, because, like I mentioned before, we are going to have daytime racing here for a few weeks, and I'd like to show briefly here the entries for both of these days. And let's see if we can maybe give the fans a full look here. There we go. So we have 8 races for the opening day program, 1 p.m. first post here. And very strong fields throughout. First race is 7, got 8 in the second, full field of 10 in race 3, 8 in the 4th, 10 horses in the 5th, 11 entered in race number 6, 10 in race number 7, and another 10 to close out the card on the opening day program here, 1 p.m. first post. And we take a look at our day number 2, and also very similar, 6, 7, 8, and 7 to start off the program. Then in race 5, we have 11, 12 entered in race 12 entered in race 6, 8 in the 7th. The 8th race is the feature. That's the Bertrando, Michael, with Kings River Knight, already a 2-time stakes winner here at Los Alamitos, facing a familiar face here in the stakes ranks at Los Al, Cowboy Mike. So Kings River Knight, you've had a chance to call this horse's first 2 stakes races here at Los Al, right? Stakes wins.
Yeah, well, he won the Bertrando 2 years ago. He's won a stakes race at Los Al since. He's 2 for 2 here, and he's compiled a terrific career record. His win percentage is off the charts. And Cowboy Mike will be trying to redeem himself because he was last as the odds-on favourite in the Bertrando Stakes a year ago.
Yeah, Cowboy Mike 8-1 on the morning line, but Kings River Knight 2-5, big favorite here in race number 8, the Bertrando. It's a 1-mile race for California breds. And the 9th race on Saturday, 11 are still here, part of the entries in race number 9. First post is also 1 p.m. for the Saturday daytime program. Let's switch gears now for the nighttime action here at Los Alamitos. First post is 6:15 p.m. And Michael, do you have a selection for us for the Saturday program?
Well, it's some deja vu for me because I'm going to revisit my pick from the preview show 2 weeks ago, who was scratched out of that race. Surf Star resurfacing in the opening race this Saturday night at 4-1 on Ed's morning line. His local debut off a layoff caught my eye. He had all sorts of trouble early in the race and really did work home strongly late, was good on the gallop out, gets blinkers on, and also Lasix's first time, and it's a suspect bunch. I picked him a couple of weeks ago because I thought the favourite was vulnerable. It was a horse shipping in from Arizona. A couple of them have failed to fire, and there's a couple of horses from Arizona in this race. There's just not a lot in the past performances of Surf Star's rivals that would have me shaking in my boots, and I just think there's potential upside for a horse who, if he gets out of the gate and gets a clean path early, can certainly lay a lot closer than he did last time out. and particularly the blinkers have the potential to help him in that regard. So if he's within striking distance mid-race, I think he's got a look. 4-1, decent odds.
So there it is, Surf Star, 4-1 on that morning line. And like you mentioned, Michael, onward and upward, probably the shows a lot of early speed. Maybe Albi Racing might show a little bit of more early speed as well. But it's there for the taking for Surf Star in race number 1, number 2 at 4-1 odds. Chris, we have Chris back here to join us.
How's it going, guys?
Chris, we're talking about the selections here for the Saturday card. What do you have for us?
Well, I like a horse in the second race. I liked him a little bit last time off a much trouble trip. Was showing a good amount of run from the rail, and he ran on the rail again. We're talking about that 5 horse there, Carver Stake. This horse, for the connections, were a while to go, and his workouts were only okay. Prior to the much trouble debut, I gave him a couple of the C workouts, a horse that is nice size, well connected, just taking his time getting going, and has a couple of races for experience, and did improve in that second start. We're running a pretty good third, despite his low drifting in, and finished pretty well and galloped out well. Now, drawn between horses, third lifetime start. If he gets away clean, he's got a big look at all the money on my numbers there at 7-2 on the money line. So
yeah, this is a pretty talented field. We have several runners that have raced in top futurity trials. SR Cool Corona ran third in a trial to the kindergarten futurity, and Chicken Eagle also ran third after leading most of the way against Toby Sis in a trial to the Ed Burke Million futurity. So this isn't a cakewalk spot here for Carver Stake, but horse definitely a talented one from the family, right, Chris, of Black Friday, and I'm sure there's probably some other nice horses here from that mare Ruth, Chris. That Black Friday is the one that stands out, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it certainly was. The horse was well bred, well meant. And, expected better getaway. Has a big look at the outcome, and Lucky Lifetime start number 3 there at 7-2 in the program. It's a good field, but the clean start, running between horses, it's had a tendency to break in away from the gate. So with a draw between horses, should break and run straight. That'd be the case. You can use those nice long strides and make a nice race of it near the wire.
Let's take a look at that last outing. So here it is. Carver Stake is going to be racing from the rail here in this race, back from June 7th, Chris.
Yeah, the horse is going to be standing pretty well inside the gate, lean back, kind of bobbled away from the gate, brushed inward away from the barrier, and took a little edge away from the horse, away from the gate, lost some ground, but was under a hand shove early, and there was no catching the horse that ran 1-2, especially the winner. But this horse was starting out pretty well under a hold near the wire, and then galloped out pretty well. So the horse with expected improvement, the horse galloped out into and through the turn up there with the winner. So with a better getaway expected, drawn between horses, a clean start hopefully, and a straight run being between horses, and gets off that rail, which is a tough place for a baby. But this horse has a look at the outcome there to get a nice slice of the pie there at 7-2 on the program.
I like it, Chris. I like it. We also have a selection from George Duarte. He's going to go to race number 8 with number 7, Steel Blue Cartel. And if we remember, he did select this horse, I believe, or talked a lot about this horse maybe about a month ago in the Adequan Derby Challenge when Steel Blue Cartel ran second to Invasive in that race, part of the AQHA Challenge program. Couple of the reasons why George is going with Steel Blue Cartel, draws perfectly for his running style, and once again coming off of a pretty solid second place finish to Invasive, and he raved about Steel Blue Cartel on that night for that race, and almost got the job done. So George coming back and hoping for the victory this time around from number 7, Steel Blue Cartel. We'll go ahead and close out the show by taking a quick look at the feature event on Saturday. That is, of course, the running of the Vandy Splash. So let's go ahead and move to the Vandy Splash. There it is, race number 8. Put a full screen here. $25,000 purse for 3-year-olds at 350 yards. Number 1 is See It Clearly at 15-1 odds. Coming off of a nice victory. She's a filly here against the boys. Number 2, Hold My Beer and Watch This, actually faced Steel Blue Cartel in that Adequan Derby Challenge and was nowhere in sight, finishing 6th. Did have an excuse there, not the best of breaks there for Hold My Beer and Watch This. Number 3, Favorite Semental, worked recently, June the 5th, using the flipping halter. It wasn't asked to do much in that work when 12-5. Number 4, Train B Taka. This is where all the attention will be on, because he's coming off of the Dillingham Handicap when he won by a nose. And Kid Cocinero, who ran second, who was leading in that race, he's also entered in this race. So we're going to have Train B Taka up against one of the fastest paint horses that we've had here at Low Style for quite some time. Kid Cocinero, Train B Taka from post number 4 at 6-5. Cujo at 10-1, coming off of a recent victory. There's Kid Cocinero, the paint horse for Angela Aquino, 3-1. Can he hold on this time? It is a shorter race. Dillingham was at 400 yards. This is at 350. And there's Georgia's Selection at 5-1. Steel Blue Cartel coming off of that runner-up effort. What are your thoughts on this race, Michael?
First of all, I was interested in your saying Favorite Semental number 3 had a flipping halter in the last gate work. I don't see a flipping halter notation for the horse. Do you know what the situation is?
I don't, but I saw it clearly on that gate work. If I could, I would show it. I don't have it prepped up here, but yeah, they used that gate. They used a flipping halter on that gate.
Well, that's very interesting, because it
wasn't a great work. So I don't know. Maybe they decided to go against it because he struggled a little bit with it. And I thought the way he ran, it looked like his head was kind of down. So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't one of those where he starts pointing his head straight forward and it's just reaching. Let me see what my notes say on that workout. But go ahead. I'll let you continue while I try to find what my notes said about that gate work.
Sure. Well, I was just going to say that potentially that would have that could improve him. I mean, he has not been away well from the gate in his last 4 starts, and he was 3 or 4-1 in the Dillingham, and you're going to get better odds on Saturday night. But it's probably tough for him being drawn directly inside Train B Taka. Last time he was drawn right outside Train B Taka, and so there's certainly question marks against Favorite Semental and which direction he's heading. But that was just intriguing that maybe they're flirting with a flipping halter, because certainly if the horse begins well, he's got the ability to really be involved in the finish. He's qualified to the Winter Derby and the El Primero del Año Derby. And in fact, his effort in the El Primero to be beaten under a length with trouble at the start was really very good. But my feeling, I would probably lean towards Kid Cocinero, actually, because of the 350 yards. Train B Taka just grabbed him at the end of 400 in the Dillingham, and this paint horse, he's an absolute flyer. He's a beauty for Angie Aquino. Right. And I'm a big fan of Steel Blue Cartel, as is George, but I'm not thrilled with the cutback in distance for him either from 400 yards. Takes him a while to wind up. I see Kid Cocinero just getting away with a pretty useful advantage early, and maybe they can't catch him this time. I think 3-1 Kid Cocinero is probably the way I'd go.
Yeah, and just to finish that thought on favorite Cemental, on my notes, he used a flipping halter for this war, bobble leaving the gate and then angle inwards. He kept turning his head to the side, keeping his rider occupied with that little hitch there. The jockey never pushed him after the midway point, and he finished having him on a hold at the wire and an easygoing pace from the gallop out from that point on. So it was, like I said, the workout didn't blow me away, but they weren't really pushing him too hard either.
Okay, but, we work on the assumption that they're not going to use the flipping halter Saturday night. And I mean, Train B Taka is a tremendously classy horse, and I have no doubt he deserves to be the favourite. But at better odds, I think the paint horse out there in Gate 6 can give them all plenty to think about.
Yeah, and we've seen Train B Taka just deliver tremendous efforts in trials. Has not won back-to-back races now in a little while. I mean, he did win 3 in a row here at Los Al when he first arrived, including that tremendous race against Brown Coffee in the trials before running second in the final. Let's see if he can make it 2 in a row. But like you said, at 350, you got to give a look to this paint horse, who is, like you mentioned, he can just fly out of the gate. Chris, we were just talking about the Dillingham Handicap. Do you have any thoughts on this very, very interesting race? We were talking about Kid Cocinero, the paint horse, in that race against Train B Taka on the Dillingham, which was a tremendous race.
Yeah, it certainly was. And the horse very well could have won that race, though. The horse went to lugging in and cost himself a victory right on top of the wire there. So that's a special paint horse. It paints against the quarter horses. You don't see it very often. They can compete once another. But this horse shipped in from some good races at Will Rogers and went into Angela's Barn. And the horse won first time out the box off a very impressive workout and ran to that impressive race at a nice price. Second time over the track when running a very good second, beat just a nose by an nostril, and very well could have won with the straight course, but came up just a little bit short after breaking well and then lugging in. But a big look for the paint horse to make amends to that last effort, but up against the same company. And of course, George's Horsley outside, who's likes that outside post, and has to look there as well.
Yeah, so that's a good look at the Vandy Splash Handicap here at Los Alamitos race course. It's going to be a very, very interesting race. And again, looking forward to the thing that everybody's going to be checking out is that rematch from the Dillingham between Train B Taka and Kid Cocinero. Again, first post for the daytime is 1 p.m. Opening day is Friday, and it's 1 p.m. every day of the meet. 9 days of racing for this summer meet, LA County Fair meet at Los Alamitos. And our first post on Saturday is 6:15 p.m. for that 8 race card. Michael, Chris, thank you so much for coming on, doing this rapid fire show. We're looking forward to should be just endless racing, exciting racing here at Los Alamitos for the next few weeks. Michael, Chris, thank you so much. To the viewers,
thanks, mate.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you, and to the viewers, thank you for joining us each and every week. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. We'll see you here at Los Al.
The Southern California Thoroughbred Racing Circuit is back at Los Alamitos Racecourse with 9 great days of racing starting on Friday, June 20th. The opening weekend will feature the $100,000 Bertrando Stakes. Plus, the summer meet will include the running of the Los Alamitos Derby on Saturday, June 28th. We'll also have a holiday racing program on Friday, 4th of July. And our on-track handicapping contest will be on Saturday, June 28th. Daytime racing returns to Los Alamitos. Opening day is Friday, June